Hey YouTubers, Mike Boards with the Mike Boards channel. Thanks for watching. Behind me a 3.0 Mercruiser inboard outboard engine on this 89 Glassport. And before we put it away for the winter, we want to stabilize the fuel. That's important because if you put it away without stabilizing the fuel, on average 30 to 40 days that fuel goes bad. And a few months from now, when we pull this boat out of storage and go to launch it and spend the afternoon on the lake, it's possible that your engine won't run as good as you expect it to. And that could be due to your spoiled fuel. So again, before putting this away, let's stabilize the fuel. And this is always step one during the winterization process prior to putting the boats away for the winter. As far as the stabilization product, we went with Stable Fuel Stabilizer, and we got the push bottle that allows us to push and fill. And reading the back instructions, it says for storage up to 12 months, use 1 ounce or 30 milliliters in 2.5 gallons. So depending on how much fuel you have in your actual tank prior to the actual boat going in storage will depend on how much fuel stabilizer you put in. Some people recommend filling the entire tank prior to storage. In our case, we have 10 gallons of fuel in, which after completing the calculation, we will have 5 ounces of stabilizer inside the actual tank. Locate your gas cap, go ahead and remove it, and again, with 10 gallons in our tank, we are going to use 5 ounces. Right now, I've got it at 1 ounce exactly. We are going to insert this and repeat the steps 4 more times. Adding the 2nd ounce. Third ounce. Ounce number 4. And ounce number 5, I'll show you how exactly this little push bottle works. Just by pushing it in, you can see that level rise. Keep pushing all the way up to 1 ounce. And the 5th ounce is added. Go ahead and reinsert the cap. In theory, this product as well has an expiration date, so do yourself and your equipment that you are using it in a favor, and don't just put this in the shed or garage for 10 years and pull it out and expect it to work as if it's new. I recommend buying a new bottle every year. It's very inexpensive, and with it being new, it should perform exactly how it is supposed to. Now we're back at the engine, and during this project, you actually want to run your engine for about 10 to 15 minutes, and that will allow that fuel stabilizer to work itself into the fuel and travel through the fuel lines, through the fuel filter, through the fuel pump, and up through the carburetor, and fully coat all the parts of the entire fuel system. So with that said, prior to actually sliding the muffs with the garden hose over the inlet holes that the impeller sucks the water in for proper cooling of the engine, make sure you kind of dust off any dirt. We don't want this going on the actual inlet and allowing the impeller to pull in a bunch of dirt. Go ahead and slide this in position. So what we will do now is turn on the garden hose, feed the water to the actual muffs. I'll hop inside the boat, turn the engine on, and I will lower this lower unit and let the engine run for about 10 to 15 minutes. Garden hose is on and the water is at the engine now. Let's go ahead and start it.
Possible that your impeller is not pulling the water
let it run for 20 minutes. At this point, we are going to remove the muffs. We've already turned off the hose that was supplying the water to the actual engine, and get ready for the next steps in the winterization process. And this is good. The fuel is stabilized and will not spoil during the off season. So again, a very important step one, always stabilize your fuel prior to storing it for the winter or long term. Hope this helps. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your YouTube notifications in your settings. That would be awesome. By that, every video we upload, you will be notified. You will be able to stay up to date with us. Thanks again. See you at the next video.